Hello, it's Colette from the Sacred Rose Temple, and I'm here to talk to you about marketing as a spiritual business or a teacher or someone in healing modalities. And it's been going on in my mind for quite a while, really, as I work with people and have done for the last, 15 to 20 years of working with this kind of thing, been always very conscious of how I want to promote myself as a teacher, because of course to have clients and to work in the world I am in, then a level of marketing is needed. And I've always liked to have control over that, because I always think that marketing on this level that I'm working at with people is an expression of the work. So for me, designing the website and designing my posters is really important for me, because I am able to creatively express me and the work and do the mystical, magical concoctions that I do with them as I make them to release them out to the world. And this has come up a lot this week. I have the privilege of guiding a woman who is a marketing executive and working and trying to work in the current climate of marketing in a completely new way, which is revelationary and beautiful for me to see, because there is just this feeling out there of this sales pitch that's been taken on by the spiritual world that just doesn't sit right with me. This, of course, is my own personal opinion and my own perception of what's happening out there. But there seems to be a really big, deep push on entrepreneurs contacting spiritual people and asking them, can they manage their accounts for them so they get more clients and blah de blah, you know the score. And for me, I always feel that working with women is really organic, in that you send out a message and it is received by them, and your signal and your vibration matches, and you come together in that way. I'm also more a realist and know that sometimes you can't always get your message across to those people that you need to meet, and that you've got to find them. And I had an interesting message the other day from a marketing specialist that said to me, Colette, like, really love what you do, but I think this and this and this would help you. And those things that she just suggested, I really felt were true. You know, that that was the marketing world, but they weren't me. So, for example, currently it's very fashionable is to do this like a quote and then a picture and then a quote and then a picture, and it's really, really rigid. It makes me go, ooh. It's not organic. It's not expressive of who I am to have such a pattern in my work. And I know that works for some people, and I know they're loving it. But for me, it's this same, like, I'm going to say this, but you're not all from the UK. There's like a herd mentality. You all know about herd mentality, and currently, like, in the minute at the UK, herd mentality is like grey decoration. Everybody's decorating everything grey sofas, grey carpets, grey blah, blah, blah. And it's always been the case when I was living, there was like brown was it, black was it. There's always this kind of herd mentality. And I've always been one to reject herd mentality. I hate going with the fashionable structure of what the collective's trying to do. And I always like to be individual. I like to be individually creative and expressive. And so I find that very laborious. I find that very restrictive. I find it very fashionable. I find it very disconnected. And I'm seeing it much, I'm seeing friends who have done beautiful, creative, unique work suddenly start to fit into these boxes of the marketing world. And it really makes me quite sad, because it begins to hit, I agree, it must hit an audience of people, but it also begins to disconnect that person's vitality, expression, fluidity, uh, sense of like, when I post, it comes from a special place. It's a feeling I have, or a an energy I want to put out, and that must get lost when I'm sat there going, oh no, I can't post a picture because it's got to be, a quote, because it's the pattern of my Instagram. So I'm really feeling a big shadow piece to do with this at the moment, and all these funnel sales. Like, you go on these websites now and they're all the same. It's like this package, this package, this package. I'm giving you a discount of this and that, and every time I see it, I'm like, ugh. It just really like sends the shackles up my back, and it's so sad to see creative nature of spirituality, the holistic, the beauty of the souls who are, you know, outsiders, different, black sheeps, creatics, just conforming into these structures. And it is a structure. This week I delivered the Veil of the Bat Madonna, which was a deep transmission into the veils that we have in front of our eyes as humanity, and how those veils are collected and collated within the human psyche, dependent upon the structures that we find ourselves in. And this has been screaming at me all week, because this indeed is one of those structures. Like, I have to fit in this box. And the advice that was given to me, it was like, you've got to use the same color, you've got to use the, and it just did nothing for me. It felt like it was trying to contain that beautiful soul essence that kind of splatters out without any rigidity, without any format, without any, fashionable structure. So I know this must be going on for a lot of people who are out there delivering work and have to wangle with the world of marketing and selling an audience. And I know from past experience, I've run and moderated groups with like 180,000 people in, and the intimacy of that is really, really missing. The connections missing, and there's just this drive for lots of likes. And I had someone who offered to do my Instagram account that was like, we'll just get you as many likes as you want. And I don't want that. I don't want loads of likes. I don't want loads of followers. I want people who engage with my work, who want to engage with me, who want to engage with a healing journey and all the things that I share and embody. So this is big for me, and something I'm working through at the moment, and trying to stay true to myself, trying to understand that there's a way that marketing works to get out to people, but also try to stay from being a salesperson and selling, because I don't believe that this fits in with that. And I always look at my inspos, my idols, when I look at like the likes of, say, the Magdalene, and she was not like trying to get loads of likes or trying to get thousands of followers. And I always say this to my own psychoanalysis, yes, she would have 12 followers, that was it, and they were enough to spread the message, to do the work. So I really feel that inside of me, that deep ethical, moralistic integrity of doing this work, and also doing it so that you are caring and compassionate, and that it leaks from your own creative nature, that it isn't controlled by somebody else, or it isn't stuck to a formula. So I'd love to know what you all think about this. It would be really, really lovely to have a conversation with you all about, how you're finding it out there, those of you that do work, how you are feeling. Or actually, I know a lot of people in my groups are hiding from the marketing because it just doesn't resonate with them, and they're unsure of how to do it. And my friend who runs Enchanted Marketing Communications, she is trying to break that down. She's trying to market in a way that is from a real place in the soul, that doesn't have to involve you dressing up and being in exotic places to sell who you are, because obviously, you know, my last video showed that's an illusion. How can you market? How can you show yourself in a real way? You know, otherwise we're performing. It's a show, it's a persona. So I'd really love to see this change in the spiritual world, where we stop selling personas and we just start to be who we are, and that's enough. So leaving that thought with you to all have a think through, and offer me under this video some of your musings, some of your thoughts on that. It would be greatly appreciated, and I know that others would appreciate it too. So bye from now, and I'll see you all and speak to you all very soon.